me, Donna, I'm back again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're someone who's been before and you've come back, welcome to you and thank you for coming back again. It does mean a lot that people actually do come back and watch my channel, so thank you to everybody and thank you to everyone who's given it a thumbs up. So today I want to talk about eBay and how bad my week has been again with eBay sales. It's just been beyond a joke, if I'm honest, to the point where I've actually considered just closing my shop and donating everything to charity, because I just thought, what's the point? I'm not making no money here. So I thought, right, okay, I'll have a little whinge about it to you lot, because why not? So if you want to switch off now, I totally understand, because it's going to be a bit of a moany video again. So if you watched last week's video, I was moaning a bit, and this week I sold 3 items: pair of Tom's shoes, pair of, is it Dorothy Perkins, or I can't remember their brand, pair of shoes that I've had for ages. So they've sold and been posted. I also sold a pair of them Sketcher trainers that my sister-in-law gave me, only to realise that when I'd listed them, I put them in a new without box rather than used. So I emailed the buyer to say, do you want me to cancel? I emailed them twice and they didn't get back to me. So I thought, well, rather than risk sending them and then having them back and having to pay postage and all that sort of stuff, I cancelled the order and sent them a message to say, like, I'm really sorry, I mislisted this. So they did get that message and sent a thank you. And they have actually left me positive feedback. So even though they haven't got them, I've got to... Did I relist them? Yeah, I've relisted them, done it right. So what else? Yeah, so that was that. And then, what day? Tuesday, I had a message from somebody on eBay. No, they didn't send a message, they sent a return request. But the message on there, it was a key ring, just a 2-piece key ring, $6.99. Saying, not as described, not as the photo. Well, it's the one in the photo, because I haven't got a lot of them left. So described it as not as described, not as a photo, chain, cheap and flimsy. Right, now, this is where I might be a bit out of order here. It's $6.99 2-piece key ring, if I could talk. It is cheap. It's $6.99. So I'm like, okay, so they're sending them back. I'm still waiting for that to come back. So I was a little bit annoyed. Not annoyed. They've got the right to send stuff back. But if you spend cheap, the way I see, if you don't spend a lot, you don't get a lot. It's $6.99, free postage, 2-piece key ring. He's sending them back, so that's going to be a defect on my record. So cheers for that, mate. But I was really annoyed, you know, when you little things, because I haven't had any sales, and then somebody sends something back with like a little dig about it being cheap and flimsy, and I thought, peace off. You know, that's they're entitled to their opinion. The customer's always right, apparently. So that was Tuesday. I was at work, and then when I finish work, I finish a little bit earlier than Liam, and what happens is I drive up to where he works, pick him up, jump in the passenger seat, and then he drives home. So I jumps in and my face is still like thunder. It's $6.99, I need to get over it. But I was just annoyed at it not described, because I hadn't sold anything. And you know when you're not in a good mood anyway, and it just needs a little... So he gets in and he's like, what's the matter with your face? You know, and I'm like, rah, 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 like giving it, this bloke has sent this, he's going to be sending this back, blah, blah, blah. And I says, oh, I'm going to close my eBay shop, I'm fed up with this, it ain't worth the hassle, blah, blah, blah. It's $6.99. It's nothing really, is it? But I just wasn't in the mood. You know, when you're just not in the mood, like, you know. So Leo said, well, don't, and I was moaning about the eBay fees and everything and how much I've had to pay out, and I've literally paying out more than I've got in, and just moaning all the way over. And Liam's like, well, don't just close, because what's happened in the past is basically I've done eBay before, I've got disheartened, I've closed my shop, I've literally emptied all my stock, give it away to the charity shops. The charity shops must love me. They'll buy stuff and then end up... But I thought, no, this time I'm not giving up. So I thought, I've done it before, I've got loads of stock, I've listed it, got disheartened, and I've got rid of it all. And then a few months later I'll get the itch again to go and buy stuff, and then I'll start all over again. But this time I thought, no, I'm going to stick with it, right, until, is it a few days after, was it a few days, was it the next day, I got another return request for a pair of shoes. They didn't say there was anything wrong with them, they just said they didn't fit. So they arrived back yesterday, and I'll show you them now. So these shoes. Now, these were I described them as new with defects because they're slightly scuffed. So these have come back. I think they were only about 15 quid. There wasn't a lot. But I'm sure they've been worn. But again, my own fault. I don't know whether they've just worn them around the house or what. They don't look as if they've been badly worn, but they don't kind of look in the same condition as before. Just refunded because I can't be 100% certain. Again, it's a shoe issue. Have they worn them? Have they not? So I haven't put any tags on, and I'll show you why I didn't put any tags on. I know Karen sells clothes. Hiya, Karen, if you watch this. I know she used. See, I've got a Kimble gun now, and I've got some of these little tiny cable ties. I don't know if yeah, you can see. So right, so I had them for ages, and I never got any labels printed. So I've had some labels done now. Here are the labels. Right, and it actually says, thank you for your order. We're happy to accept returns. I'm not really happy, but you have to write that, didn't you? Not happy at all to accept returns. I don't want them, but I've got to. Please do not remove this tag unless you decide to keep. Now, that's all I could have fit on there. I had these printed because you could only have, I think it was 5 lines. So that's what I've had done. And I've already had these labels, which are used for my jewellery sometimes. So I put them on there. Is it in focus? It's a bit blurry, so sorry about it. So that's okay for the clothes. I can use my Kimble gun, right, for the clothes. And I can use these. I can poke that in there. So I could use these for trainers to put in the eye holes. You know, see that? Because once that breaks off, comes off. So I can use that. But, and now I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, you prat. I could have put it in there, couldn't I? But anyway, this is a bad example of how not to do things on eBay. Now I'm looking at that. I could have put that through there, couldn't I? So I didn't. But anyway, my question is, when I just get a normal pair of shoes, where am I going to put the label? Shall I stick it on there? But if I stick it on, they could still wear it with it on. And I know somebody did say put cable ties round. I assume they meant wrap them round there. I don't know. I'd only have to put that on the one though, wouldn't I? Because I wouldn't have to try it on. They wouldn't be able to try it on. Like I said with them, I don't think that, I can't quite tell. I think they may have just worn them around the house. But I am gonna excuse me. If I do turn this off at any point, it's because of this cough. I've had this cough for nearly 2 weeks now and it's driving me nuts. So last week I was coughing all the time on camera. So this week, if I get a coughing fit come on, I'll turn it off. So that's why. So yeah, so I've basically had 2 returns and 2 sales. And last night I just got that fed up. I decided to do like a 50% sale on nearly everything in my shop. Oh yeah, sorry, forgot to say, I've downgraded as well. I've gone from the feature shop, which was £69 or £70 a month, to the basic shop again. Because I just thought, I haven't got time to go out and source and list to get up to to make it worthwhile basically. So I've downgraded the shop. I think that says, is it about a month or something it's gonna take for that to kick in. And I just thought, I just want to get rid of a load of the stuff that I've got, all the mainly cheaper stuff and stuff that I've had hanging around for bloody ages. So I've done a 50% sale on nearly everything. So if anyone wants a bargain, I will make a little bit of money on them, but not as much. Hopefully they sell. You watch, the buggers won't sell even at 50%. But they're staying on there. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm not doing my usual, just dumping stuff like the charity shop when I've got fed up. So it's my own fault as well, not being organised. That doesn't help. So if I was more organised, and my loft drives me nuts. it's quite, our house is quite long and thin. There's a chimney smack bang in the middle of our house. Stupid place to put it, but our loft is like that. So I've only got a certain space where it's like, where I've got head height. And I'm fed up. It is boarded and insulated, but the roofy bit isn't done. There's still beams. And I'm fed up of banging my head in there. The amount of times I bang my head in that loft. And the wasps drive me nuts. Was it 2 weeks ago when I said I was up in my loft trying to sort it out? Now I thought all the lofts had gone now. I thought they were dead. But oh no, they like to come in my loft and just piss me off. So, I mean, the one, when I was tidying up, this is how cheeky they are. I had my phone up there and I had YouTube on in the background so I could hear people talking. And I looked and there's literally a wasp on my screen for a good hour. Liam and Sully had gone out, so I couldn't do nothing because I don't like them. Like, I'm a bit scared of them, if I'm honest, because I was stung by one once about 20 years ago and I still remember it now. So I don't like them, so I was scared of this wasp. So I was trying to carry on where that this wasp is in the background watching me. So sorry about that, another coughing fit. So yeah, so I've downgraded my shop. I'm now on basic shop. So 50% off everything. Amazon's not going too bad. I think I've got about 8 orders. I had one item go missing. Bit of a puzzle one. I had an email from a woman saying my item hasn't arrived. I've just noticed, please can you follow it up? So when I looked at the order was nearly a month old. Which I thought was a little bit odd. Not noticing your order's not there after a month. So I sent her a message back basically saying, because I thought, I don't really know what to do with this. It's nearly a month old. Literally nearly a month old. So I sent her a message back saying, no, sorry to hear your item hasn't arrived. Please could you check with your local sorting office just in case it's been delayed there. So left that as that. Nothing got back. Next day we were out for a meal. It was a birthday meal. We went to the Toby Carvery, which I normally enjoy, a Toby Carvery. The food was lovely, but they've had a refurb. And basically, it's like they've put as many seats as possible in there. It's like they've doubled the seating, which is great for them. But they've made it so uncomfortable. We sat in a booth. There was 6 of us, 5 of us. And I'm 5'2". Now, I struggled to get in this booth. And my son, he's got to be about 6 foot now, Sully is, I think. He was sitting opposite. So our legs were like touching each other. Liam's 6'2", so it was really like spread legs. So Liam was like uncomfortably. And the seats were upright. So you're like eating your dinner. It felt like I was eating my dinner like that. Because, well, not like, actually I had to use one hand because there was no elbow room. Anyway, so while I was eating the dinner, I had bing on my phone. And I knew it was a message, so I thought, you know, when then we like, oh, it's a message. It ain't going to be good. You just know it, don't you? You get that feeling. So after we finished, I had a look and it was the same. It was a message back from the same buyer. Bit of an essay, really. Took me ages to read it all. Basically, she's telling me it's not her responsibility to look. It's mine. So I just thought, in a way, she's got a point. I am a seller. I have got responsibility to sort stuff out. But when something's over a month old, I'm a little bit suspicious. I've got to admit, I'm naturally suspicious. Because have you ever not noticed your item not arrived after a month? If it's anything like Liam, that's why I refuse to order stuff for him now. He's got his own Amazon account because if stuff hasn't arrived in the day, he wants to know where it is. He would drive you nuts. If Liam bought something off you, he would drive you nuts because he's very, very impatient. And what I try and say to Liam is, if it's coming by raw mail or a courier, they're not like Amazon. Thing is, Amazon, sorry, my point was, anyway, I've just given her a refund. That's it. But what I'm saying with Amazon is, because if you get something from Amazon Prime, sometimes you get the stuff in the same day, don't you? You order it on the morning, and on the evening, the bloke's at your door with the stuff, like, you know, which is super brilliant. But it spoils people. People don't realise now that other people who haven't got the personal couriers to deliver stuff. They have to rely on My Hermes or Royal Mail or some other ones, I can't remember. So Royal Mail, they don't deliver stuff within the day unless you're paying big bucks for, which people don't want to pay. So Amazon have basically spoilt the customers. Do you know what I mean? There's people are kind of expecting stuff. If stuff doesn't arrive in the estimated day that it should, you get messages from people, this should arrive this morning and it's not here. Because some people I don't think seem to get the fact that we're not in control once it's left our house. We're not in control of how long it takes. We can follow the tracking. But like I say, with my jewellery, I'll just send it second class second class large letter, just normal, because I sell cheap jewellery. So, and it isn't worth sending it recorded. It'll cost more than the bloody item's worth. And that's what my argument was when I found up Royal Mail when the item went missing in, was it France? It says, oh, the only way to solve this is if you send stuff tracked. And I'm like, yeah, but sending that tracked is worth more than the item. I can't see your buyers doing that. So that's where, like I say, Amazon has spoilt people. Like I say, Liam only buys stuff from Amazon. He will not touch eBay. And another reason he won't touch eBay is because he's seen when I've had stuff, I bought expensive items from eBay, expensive shoes or something, and they've come wrapped in like a carrier bag, just turned inside out. By the time they've got here, they're all ripped and damaged. And Liam's like, it took the shine off. So Liam, and I keep saying to him, well, what if you buy it from a business seller? Just check not bother with the feedback so much, because I don't think people bother that much with the feedback. Just check if it's a business seller. You're pretty much guaranteed it's going to arrive packed nicely and everything. But Liam he just doesn't want to deal with eBay. And sometimes, like yesterday, when I was trying to, I wanted to take all the nearest offers on my eBay to just change so I could do a sale. Because the last time I done a sale, I forgot to put the buy it now or nearest offer off. So I was doing a 30% sale last time and people were still sending me offers. Which you can't blame them, to be honest. I mean, if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? So this time I thought, right, think a bit far ahead this time. So I went on first and I took all nearest offer off and then I done my sale. But I don't use my laptop very often, like I say, only for the printing. Is it just me? Or is Amazon's website getting really hard to navigate round? I just can't find anything. I mean, since I had the app updated, I can't move my photos around. Before, when you did your photos, you could move them with your finger where you wanted them. And now it's like a million questions before you can get to the end. And I just find their website now, there's just too much. Personally, I just find it too busy. Can't find what I want. What I think would be a simple thing to find, I just can't seem to find it yet. Yesterday, let's say I wanted to do a sale, a markdown sale. I was looking around the page for ages to try and find where it was. Because if you don't do stuff very often, it's like anything, isn't it? If you don't do stuff very often, you forget where it is. And if they keep changing the bloody website as well, what's that all about? If it's not fixed, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So yeah, so yesterday, I can kind of see why Liam won't use eBay, because, well, to be honest, I moan a lot about what's happened. So I think when he hears me moaning, that puts him off. So I should really shut up, because you can get some really good bargains on eBay. If you have a look round, if you don't mind buying stuff off private sellers who are just going to ship them anyhow they want, in anything they can find. Like, was it a pair of high heel shoes I bought? I bought to flip them, basically. And they packed them in like, it was like the brown paper, but it was like really flimsy brown paper. And I think it was Royal Mail who ended up having to repack them in a plastic bag, because I thought, did they not think putting a pair of high heel shoes in a paper like envelope would get there in one piece? Obviously they didn't think. I suppose they just didn't think. So by the time I got them, like, they were in the right state. So, but there you go. That's obviously, some people ain't that fussed, are they? I mean, I didn't care. Surprisingly, they wasn't damaged. But it kind of took the shine off them. When they arrived all ripped and repacked by Royal Mail. So I completely forgot what I was talking about. I don't know. What was I talking about before I got into that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping that this week is going to be a better week. I've got my 50% sale on practically 99% of my items. So I'm hoping to get rid of all that stuff. When I do go out sourcing now, I'm thinking more about this retail arbitrage, if I've said that right, because I can never say that name because it's awkward. So I'm thinking about more looking into that. And when I do go to the charity shops, I'm thinking of like spending a bit more than £3 on an item to try and get more of a profit, because being as I've loaded my shop, I can't list as much stuff. So what I am going to list, I'm going to try and end for the more higher end stuff, because I've took all my jewellery off eBay. I didn't have that much on anyway. But because it's cheap, it ain't worth bothering with. I just keep that on Amazon, because I pay, is it £30 a month for Amazon, and I can put as many items as I want, so I'll just keep doing that for now. And I might close my Amazon over about a week or so before Christmas, I think, because that's a nightmare Christmas time when I get loads of messages on Christmas Eve. My item hasn't arrived and this was a Christmas present. It's too late now, I want a refund. So, yeah, so I'm thinking I may, about a week or so before Christmas, just stop, close my eBay, put it on holiday mode. Not my eBay, my Amazon, because it ain't worth it. Like, you know, well, I suppose like they say, if it was for a Christmas present, having it in New Year ain't much good, really, is it? Like, most people want Christmas presents on Christmas. People are funny like that. So there you go. So I'm going to go now, because I've moaned quite a lot. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't, I understand, because it has been a bit moany. I think I've moaned throughout. How long have I been on? About 20 minutes? I don't know. 20 minutes of moaning? And now I'm going to go. So yeah, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing as well. I'm thinking of doing some more videos. Not eBay related, not Amazon related or reselling or anything. Just in general, just general life videos. So yeah, so if anybody be interested in them, I'm not going to bother with the weight loss ones because they get me down. Because I think I lose weight, put weight on, lose weight, put weight on. It's like, I'm a typical yo-yo dieter and it pisses me off thinking about it. So I thought, well, if I talk about it, I have done a couple and I've deleted them because I thought I'm depressing myself here. So I won't bother with them, but just in general life videos I was thinking of doing. And my first one, I might talk about Botox if anybody's interested in that. My experience with Botox and other healthy, facey things. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. But yeah, so I'll put it in the title what it's about anyway. So if you're not interested in stuff like that, you can just skip on and look at another video. So good luck with your sales, everybody. Yeah, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck with your sales. You can't do any worse than me because it has been pretty rubbish. And if you do, you have my sympathy. So take care, everyone. Bye.